Jason Scher, founder of Think Coffee, you actually do plenty of thinking when it comes to selecting exactly what types of beans you use here in the store. You're actually going down to places like Mexico, Ethiopia, and visiting coffee farmers.
That's absolutely correct. We spend a lot of time traveling to origin and developing direct personal relationships with farmers. And we're trying to create transparency between the cup of coffee you get in our stores and the farmer who harvested the coffee for us. And not only that, we're developing projects with them to give back to their local communities.
So we all know real estate in New York is a tough business. Prices are sky high. How did you navigate the space?
So actually all of our growth has been organic up until this year. We've managed to pay the bills by just selling enough coffee to make it work. So I'm not sure there was a lot of magic to it other than selling a lot of coffee. But the margins on coffee are really good, and now we're in a position where we think we're ready to scale things up a bit more. We know that you can get a return on your investment by investing in a store like ours. And we're looking forward to the future where we might raise some capital, and we think that our investors will see that there'd be a good return on their money.
But still, you go from one store in 2006 to a second store in 2008, the heart of the financial crisis. How did that movement occur? I mean, what was the strategy?
That was actually an opportunity for us. The coffee business, at least in my experience, has been that it's, for us in Manhattan, we were a little bit immune to any problems in the larger economy. I think that people were, maybe not going out for fancy dinners, but they wanted to get the small pleasure of coming to one of our stores, and business was completely fine throughout, any financial crisis.
How do you overcome the challenges of finding the right location for your next store?
Finding the right location is a tough one. We look for a variety of things. The size has to be right. Part of Think Coffee is about creating a gathering space for customers. We want to be a place where you could say to a friend, hey, come meet at Think Coffee. We're not a super boutique coffee shop with only 2 bar stools in the front. That's part of our business model, and we think it pays off in terms of paying the additional rent.
Because like anything else, rent is an expense.
It's absolutely an expense, and it takes up striking the right deal is important. And I personally spend a lot of time looking at real estate. I think that's one of the most crucial parts of our business. So I dedicate a lot of my personal time to that element of the business.
We look around the store, obviously the design has a lot of thought to it. How do you go about designing the store? The challenge is there.
Again, it's finding the right people and working with them. And this is a business that's about hard work. It's scalable, but it takes hard work to scale it up. And we spend a lot of time working with our architects, working with our contractors to make the whole thing go.
So Think Coffee also has a following in Korea?
We absolutely have a following in Korea. We were featured on the television show Unlimited Challenge, which is a reality show. And we got on the show because at the time we were selling fair trade coffee. And they featured us, almost unbeknownst to me. I got a call from our night manager, 11 at night, saying that there's a Korean television crew, they want to film something, and I think I was half asleep, and I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And then a few weeks later, my email inbox was filled with people wanting to license Think Coffee concept. Turned out I had a good friend who was born in Korea, lived there through high school, now lives in Brooklyn, and she worked with me to find the right licensing partner, and she's worked with me throughout, helping me negotiate cultural and language barriers, and she was instrumental in helping us come up with the successful partnership that we've come up with.